The sky was gray, and the sea was rough as the research vessel Ocean Explorer pitched on the waves. Sam Nichols checked the final systems on his creation one last time. The deep-sea vehicle Mariana Pioneer hung from the ship's crane, its sleek metal body gleaming despite the cloudy day. All systems green. Lisa Grant asked, joining him on the deck. Her brown hair was tied back tightly, and her eyes reflected the same excitement Sam felt. Perfect. She's ready to make history, Sam replied, patting the hull of the Pioneer. 6 years of his life had gone into this machine. 6 years of designs, failures, and breakthroughs. Lisa checked her tablet. Weather's not great, but the captain says we're good to launch. The Challenger Deep isn't getting any shallower. The Challenger Deep, the deepest known point on Earth, nearly 7 miles below the ocean surface. No human-made vehicle had ever reached its actual bottom and returned with detailed data. Until today, Sam hoped. The small team gathered around as the crane began to lower the Pioneer into the churning sea. Peter Boyd, the mission director, joined them at the railing. Remember, you have 8 hours of life support, Peter reminded them. Any problems, any at all, you abort. This is just a test dive. Sam and Lisa nodded, though they shared a look that said they had bigger plans. This wasn't just a test for them. This was the moment they'd prove that their new pressure-resistant materials and propulsion system worked where all others had failed. Once the Pioneer was in the water, Sam and Lisa climbed down the ladder and entered the small craft through the top hatch. Inside, the space was tight but efficiently designed. 2 pilot seats faced a wall of screens and controls. Pioneer to Ocean Explorer we are sealed and systems check complete, Lisa reported as Sam began the power-up sequence. Roger that, Pioneer. You are clear to descend. Good luck down there. Peter's voice crackled through the radio. The descent began slowly. Sunlight faded as they passed 200 meters, and the world outside their viewports turned to inky blackness. They switched on the external lights, illuminating the endless blue. Hull integrity holding steady, Sam announced, watching the pressure readings carefully. The new alloy is performing even better than expected. As they passed 5,000 meters, Lisa studied the sonar display with growing excitement. Look at this resolution. We're getting better readings than any previous expedition. Hour after hour, they descended deeper. Neither spoke much, too focused on monitoring the Pioneer's systems and collecting data. At 8,000 meters, Sam's new propulsion system proved its worth, allowing them to navigate with precision despite the crushing pressure. We're approaching the bottom, Lisa said finally, her voice hushed with awe. 10,900 meters, just a few hundred more. When they reached the seafloor, both sat in stunned silence. Their lights revealed a lunar-like landscape, untouched by human eyes. Beginning survey pattern, Sam said, easing the Pioneer forward along their planned route. They had been mapping the bottom for nearly an hour when Lisa spotted something unusual on the sonar. Sam, look at this. This can't be right. She pointed to an oddly regular shape on the screen. Sam adjusted their course to investigate. As they approached, their lights revealed something embedded in the ocean floor, something smooth and metallic that reflected their beams differently than the surrounding rock. That's not a natural formation, Sam whispered. Lisa zoomed in with the external cameras. It looks almost manufactured. The object was partially buried, but they could see a curved section of what appeared to be a hull, with markings that resembled writing. We need to get closer, Lisa said, already adjusting the sensors to gather more data. As they carefully maneuvered the Pioneer nearer to the object, something unexpected happened. A soft blue light began to glow from within the strange structure. Is it responding to us? Sam asked, checking his instruments for any explanation. Before Lisa could answer, their sensors began recording a series of regular pulses emanating from the object. Sam, Lisa said slowly, I think we just found something that will change everything we know about our world. The Pioneer's lights illuminated what was clearly not a natural formation, not a rock formation, and definitely not something made by human hands. They had just discovered the first proof that humanity was not alone in the universe. At the very bottom of Earth's ocean, Sam and Lisa stared at the glowing blue object on the ocean floor. Their hearts beat fast as they realized what this might mean. "We need to record everything," Lisa said, her fingers moving quickly across the control panel. Sam nodded and turned on all the Pioneer sensors. "No one will believe this without solid proof." They circled the strange object slowly. It was partly buried in the mud, but they could see it was about 40 feet long with a smooth shape like a teardrop. The blue light pulsed in a steady pattern that seemed almost like a heartbeat. "We should tell the surface team," Sam said, reaching for the radio. But when he tried to call, all he heard was static. Lisa checked the communication systems. "Something's blocking our signal." It started when that light came on. They tried to stay calm, but it was hard. They were 7 miles underwater with a possible alien object that was somehow affecting their ship. "Look," Lisa pointed at one of the screens. "The object is sending out some kind of energy waves. They're scanning us." The Pioneer's computers began to behave strangely. Screens flashed with symbols they didn't recognize, and the ship's lights flickered. "It's trying to communicate," Sam whispered. "Or maybe study us." Just then, a section of the object moved. What they had thought was solid hull slid open, revealing a dark space inside. "It's inviting us in," Lisa said. Sam shook his head. "We don't know that. It could be dangerous." "But this could be the most important discovery in human history," Lisa argued. "We have to learn more." After a brief discussion, they decided to use the Pioneer's robotic arm to collect a small sample from the outside of the object. The arm extended slowly toward the glowing hull. When the arm touched the surface, the blue light grew brighter. The material felt both hard and somehow alive under the arm's sensors. "It's warm," Sam noted, looking at the readings. "And it's made of elements our sensors can't identify." As they collected their sample, the ship suddenly shook. Warning lights flashed across the control panel. "Something's happening," Lisa said, grabbing her seat as the Pioneer tilted. Outside, the seafloor was moving. Sand and rocks shifted away from the object as more of it became visible. They could now see it was much bigger than they first thought. Not 40 feet, but hundreds. "It's a ship," Sam said in awe. "An actual spacecraft." The alien vessel continued to emerge from its ancient burial place. Parts of it began to move and change shape, as if waking up after a long sleep. "Look at how it's studying the Pioneer," Lisa said. A beam of light now connected their ship to the alien craft, scanning every inch of their vessel. Their computer screens suddenly displayed what looked like engineering diagrams of the Pioneer, alongside similar diagrams of the alien ship. The computer was comparing them. "It's interested in our design," Sam realized. "It's analyzing how we built a craft to withstand these depths." The radio crackled to life unexpectedly. "Pioneer, do you copy? You've been silent for over 30 minutes. It was Peter from the surface ship. "We copy," Lisa responded quickly. "You won't believe what we found." "We're picking up massive energy readings from your location," Peter said. "What's going on down there?" Sam took a deep breath. "We've made contact with what appears to be an alien spacecraft. It's active and seems to be studying our ship." The radio was silent for a long moment. Then Peter spoke, his voice tight with tension. "The Navy just radioed us. They've detected your energy signature and are sending ships. You need to return to the surface immediately." Sam and Lisa looked at each other, then back at the alien ship that continued to scan their vessel. "We can't leave now," Lisa said. "This is too important." "We have to," Sam replied. "But we'll bring proof, and we'll come back." As they prepared to ascend, the alien ship released the Pioneer from its scanning beam. The blue light pulsed one more time, almost like a goodbye, or a promise to meet again. 3 days after their return to the surface, Sam and Lisa sat in a plain gray room at a naval base. Men and women in military uniforms and lab coats moved around them, studying the small piece of metal they had brought back from the deep. They'd been testing it for days, Lisa whispered, and still no answers. Sam shrugged. Whatever it's made of, it's nothing we have on Earth. Dr. Alan West, the head scientist assigned to their discovery, entered the room carrying a tablet. His eyes were red from lack of sleep. "This is unlike anything I've ever seen," he said. "The sample changes its properties when we try different tests on it, almost like it's responding." The door opened again, and Olivia Martinez walked in. She was a computer expert the Navy had brought in to study the data from the Pioneer. "You need to see this," she said, placing her laptop on the table. "I finally decoded some of the patterns from the energy pulses the object sent to your ship." Everyone gathered around as Olivia played a series of images. They showed star systems, planets, and what looked like travel routes between them. "It's a map," Sam said in wonder. "A map of space travel." "There's more," Olivia continued. "These symbols repeat throughout the data. I think they're a name." She pointed to a series of curved marks. "Based on how they're used, I believe they called themselves the Voidfarers." "Voidfarers," Lisa repeated softly. "Space travelers." Ellen pointed to another set of images. "These seem to show a timeline. If I'm reading this correctly, they visited Earth millions of years ago." "But why leave one of their ships at the bottom of the ocean?" Sam asked. Olivia clicked to another image. "This might explain it. See these symbols? They appear alongside what looks like damage reports. I think their ship was damaged, and they abandoned it here." The room grew quiet as everyone considered this. Aliens had visited Earth in the ancient past, left a damaged ship behind, and now it was waking up. "There's something else strange," Alan added. "Based on all the tests we've run, their technology seems fixed, like they followed very specific rules in how they built things. There's a pattern to everything, but not much creativity." Sam thought about how the alien ship had scanned the Pioneer. "That's why it was so interested in our vessel. We solved the deep-sea pressure problem differently than they would have." "Exactly," Alan nodded. "From what we can tell, they had a more advanced version of everything. But they built it all using the same principles. Your approach to the pressure hull was completely novel to them." A Navy admiral walked into the room, ending their discussion. "The government has made a decision," he announced. "We're sending another expedition down. We need to learn more about this technology before anyone else finds it." "When do we leave?" Lisa asked immediately. The admiral looked uncomfortable. "The mission will be led by our military personnel. Your help is appreciated, but—" "With all due respect, sir," Sam interrupted, "no one knows that ship or the Pioneer better than we do. And the alien vessel responded to us. It might not do the same for others." The admiral frowned but seemed to consider this. "You have a point. The president wants results, not problems. You can join the expedition, but you'll follow military protocol." Sam and Lisa exchanged quick smiles. "One more thing," the admiral added. "We detected energy fluctuations from the site yesterday. The alien ship is becoming more active." "What kind of activity?" Lisa asked. Olivia pulled up a satellite image on her laptop. "It's sending out signals now. Weak ones, but growing stronger. And they're not just random anymore." "What are they?" Sam asked. "That's the strangest part," Olivia said. "They're copies of our own communications. It's not just studying the Pioneer anymore. It's studying all of our technology." The room fell silent again. Whatever was happening at the bottom of the ocean, it was clear that humanity's first contact with alien intelligence was just beginning. 2 weeks later, Sam stood on the deck of a much larger ship. The U.S. Defender was a Navy research vessel with more equipment and people than the Ocean Explorer had. The improved version of the Pioneer hung from a crane, ready to be lowered into the sea again. "They've added a lot of new tech," Lisa said as she joined him. She wore a Navy uniform now, as did Sam. It wasn't a perfect fit, but it was part of the deal to get back to the alien ship. Too much, if you ask me, Sam replied. The Pioneer worked because it was simple. All these extras could cause problems. Navy Captain Joe Miller approached them. We launch in 20 minutes. Your job is to guide our team to the target and help us understand what we're seeing. Is that clear? Sam and Lisa nodded. They didn't like being sidelined, but at least they were going back down. This time, the Pioneer carried 5 people. Sam and Lisa were joined by Captain Miller, a Navy scientist named Frank Harris, and a Special Forces soldier named Ben Rogers. The craft felt cramped with so many bodies. Beginning descent, Sam announced as they submerged beneath the waves. The journey down seemed faster this time. Maybe it was because they knew what to expect, or maybe it was the Pioneer's improved engines. Either way, they soon approached the bottom of the Challenger Deep. Activating external lights and scanners, Lisa said. The alien vessel should be just ahead. What they saw next made everyone gasp. The alien ship had changed. It was fully uncovered now, rising from the seafloor like a strange metal mountain. Its surface glowed with the same blue light they had seen before, but now patterns of light moved across its hull. It's different, Sam said. Captain Miller leaned forward. Different how? Your report said it was partially buried. It was, Lisa replied. It's been changing, moving, rebuilding itself. As they got closer, they could see parts of the ship shifting and reforming. Small machines moved across its surface, adding and removing pieces. Are those robots? Frank asked, pointing to the moving machines. Some kind of repair system, Sam guessed. But look at what they're building. Everyone looked where Sam pointed. Part of the alien ship now looked strangely familiar. The new section had the same curved shape as the Pioneer's hull. It's copying us, Lisa whispered. Frank shook his head. That's impossible. Why would advanced aliens copy our technology? Sam thought for a moment. Not copying. Learning. Adapting. Remember what Alan said about their technology being fixed and following strict patterns. Maybe our approach is new to them. As they watched, more parts of the alien ship changed. Its propulsion system began to look like a larger version of the Pioneer's engines. This is beyond anything we expected, Captain Miller said. He reached for the radio. Surface control, we need to report that the alien vessel is active and appears to be evolving based on our technology. The radio only gave static in return. Communications are being blocked again, Lisa said. A bright beam of light suddenly shot out from the alien ship, surrounding the Pioneer. Unlike before, this beam felt different. The ship's systems continued to work normally. It's scanning us again, Sam said, but more carefully this time. Their computer screens change, showing detailed diagrams of both the Pioneer and the alien vessel. Side by side, the differences and similarities were clear. The alien technology was far more advanced, but the basic principles of the Pioneer showed different solutions to the same problems. A message appeared on their main screen in simple English. Innovative approach DETCTED. Requesting if you are the or information. Everyone stared in shock. It learned our language, Lisa said, from our computers and communications. And it wants to know more about how we think, Sam added. The beam around their ship pulsed once. Human ingenuity, unexpected. Vuo IDFA protocols, in sufficient. Request tolaboration. Captain Miller found his voice first. What does it want us to do? Sam looked at the message, then at the alien ship that was rebuilding itself with inspiration from human design. I think, Sam said slowly, it wants us to teach it. For 3 days, the Pioneer stayed near the alien ship. The Navy sent more ships to the area above them. People from many countries wanted to know what was happening in the deep ocean. Inside the Pioneer, Sam and Lisa worked to answer the alien ship's questions. They explained how they designed their vessel and why they made certain choices. The alien computer absorbed everything eagerly. It's like teaching a very smart child, Lisa said as she finished explaining how the Pioneer's air system worked. A new message appeared on their screen. Human methods, unexpected. Vuo idfa or eoras, follow est abilis hed patterns. Humans create in EU patterns. They're surprised by how we think, Sam realized. They had one way of doing things. We have many ways. Captain Miller had been quiet for hours, listening and watching. Now he spoke up. Ask it why they left this ship here. Sam typed the question. The answer came quickly. Ship damage deed in stelr event. Repair protocols damage. Crew departed. Earth demed primitive. Not worth resources to reach COVR. They abandoned it because they thought we weren't worth bothering with, Frank said with a hint of anger. Another message appeared. Assessment ERRR. Humans demonstrate unique ethogpay. Heorns. Valuable. Lisa leaned forward. When did your people visit Earth? 65.3 million years ago. Everyone looked at each other. That was when the dinosaurs disappeared. Did your ship cause the extinction of large animals on Earth? Lisa typed carefully. Ni ega Stellar eventcaused. Ship damaged in same event. A comet, Sam whispered. They were caught in the same disaster that killed the dinosaurs. The alien ship sent more information. It showed them images of the Voidfarers, tall beings with 4 arms and smooth skin. It showed their vast civilization spanning many star systems. But most interesting was how they built things. Look at this, Frank said, pointing to diagrams of Voidfarer technology. Everything follows the same basic designs, just scaled up or down. There's no variation. It's like they found one perfect way to do things and never changed it, Lisa agreed. Sam nodded slowly. That's why our ship interests them so much. We solved the deep ocean problem differently than they would have. A knock on the Pioneer's hatch startled everyone. Ben, who had been outside in a diving suit exploring the alien ship's surface, was back. Once inside, he pulled off his helmet, his eyes wide with excitement. You won't believe what I found. There's an opening now, like a doorway. And inside, it's changing to look like human rooms and hallways. It's adapting to us, Lisa said. The computer screen flashed again. REQUEST, Human Present Sea Inside Vessel. Safe environment created. Before anyone could respond, a video call came through from Washington. The stern face of General Paul Evans filled their screen. Captain Miller, we're taking over this operation. You are to return to the surface immediately. A specialized team will take your place. Sir, Captain Miller responded, we're making breakthrough progress here. The alien ship is communicating with us and this is a matter of national security now. The general cut him off. Every country with a navy is rushing ships to your location. We need to secure this technology before anyone else does. After the call ended, the team sat in silence. Government officials were fighting over who would control the alien ship, but the ship itself had chosen to talk to them. They don't understand, Sam said finally. This isn't about owning advanced technology. It's about a new kind of contact. The Voidfarers want to learn from us, not just give us their technology. And we can learn from them too, Lisa added, but not if everyone starts fighting over it. The computer screen lit up with a new message. DDTECTDCONFLICT in Human Communications. OFFER Solution. We'll share no LEG with all humans equally. Sam smiled. I think our new friend might be smarter than all our governments combined. Another message appeared. Require human ASSISTANC for Turayan and information. Pioneer design principles KE to NUVOIDFA ER Human Hybrid Technology. What does it mean? Captain Miller asked. I think, Sam said slowly, it wants us to help build something new. Something that's neither completely human nor alien, but better than both. 1 week later, a small city of ships floated above the Challenger Deep. Countries from around the world sent their best scientists and military personnel. Everyone wanted to be part of what was happening below. But deep under the waves, something amazing was taking shape. Sam and Lisa had refused to leave the alien ship. Captain Miller chose to stay with them, against orders. Together with Ben and Frank, they worked inside the transformed alien vessel. Hand me that tool, Sam said to Lisa as they worked on a new control panel. The inside of the alien ship now looked like a mix of human and voidfarer design. Smooth metal walls held screens that responded to touch. Hallways curved in ways that felt both strange and familiar. I still can't believe we're doing this, Lisa said, passing him the tool. Building a new kind of ship inside an alien vessel. The alien computer, which they now called Vox, had taught them how to use voidfarer technology. In return, they showed Vox how humans solved problems in different ways. Progress report requested. Vox's message appeared on a nearby screen. The hybrid engine system is almost ready, Sam replied. We've combined your gravity drive with our pressure management systems. Excellent. New design exceeds original parameters. Frank entered the room, his face excited. The communication array is working. We're picking up signals from deep space. Everyone gathered around the main control room. Screens showed star maps and distant signals that Vox translated for them. DTECTing VOIDFARER patrol vessel. Estimated arrival. 22 days. They're coming here? Captain Miller asked, his voice tense. AFIRMAT. Heavy. Vessel DTECT Reacti. Thigety. Hey now. Sam realized what this meant. When we woke up this ship, it sent out a signal. The other Voidfarers know something happened here. Will they be friendly? Ben asked the question everyone was thinking. Unknown. VOIDFARERs. Follow protoseos. Earth not classified as SPACEFARING civilization. Standard protocol. Minimal cionitasti. Lisa frowned. They might just take this ship and leave, ignoring us like before. Not if we can show them something new, Sam said slowly. An idea was forming in his mind. Vox, do the Voidfarers value new technology? AFR or Metai. New technology. Highly valued, rare and VOIDFARER society. Then we need to finish our hybrid vessel, Sam said with determination. Something that proves humans can contribute to their knowledge. The next 2 weeks were a blur of activity. On the surface, governments argued about who had rights to the alien technology. Below, Sam's team worked day and night to complete their project. They called their creation the Horizon Pathfinder. It was smaller than the original alien ship but combined the best of both worlds. It could withstand the crushing depths of the ocean, and according to Vox, could also travel through space. It's beautiful, Lisa said as they stood back and looked at their finished work. The Pathfinder gleamed with blue and silver lights. Its hull curved elegantly, hiding the powerful systems inside. VOIDFARER vessel approaching Earth orbit, Vox announced. Communication ATMPT'd. A new screen activated, showing symbols they didn't understand. But Vox translated. Identify purpose of reactivated vessel. Prepare for inspection. Can we talk to them? Sam asked. AFRMATIV. Communication link stabilized. Sam took a deep breath and stepped forward. This is Sam Nichols of planet Earth. We found your abandoned vessel and have created something new from it. We request a meeting. There was a long pause before the reply came. Request unusual. Inspection team will arrive at coordinates in 48 hours. After the communication ended, Captain Miller looked worried. 2 days to prepare for meeting aliens. What do? We show them the Pathfinder, Sam said confidently, and we prove that humanity deserves to be part of the galactic community. Additional information. Vox displayed on the screen. VOIDFARER protocols require technological contribution for first contact status. What does that mean? Ben asked. It means, Lisa said with a smile, that our deep-sea explorer might just be humanity's ticket to the stars. The day arrived. Above the ocean, ships from many nations waited. Below, in the alien vessel, Sam and his team prepared to meet the Voidfarer inspection team. Are you sure this will work? Captain Miller asked as they made final checks on the Horizon Pathfinder. No, Sam admitted, but it's our best chance to show them what humans can do. Lisa adjusted her uniform. After much debate, they had decided to wear simple clothes with a patch showing Earth's continents. They would represent all of humanity, not just one country. The Orcs, are you ready? Lisa asked the alien computer. HFY mate I.E. Docking sequence prepared. VOIDFARER vessel approaching. Everyone felt the slight shake as something connected to the top of their ship. A circular door in the ceiling slid open, revealing a tube-like passage. Here we go, Sam whispered. 4 tall figures descended. The Voidfarers looked just like the images Vox had shown them. Over 7 feet tall with smooth gray-blue skin and 4 long arms. They wore no visible equipment but seemed comfortable in the ship's atmosphere. The lead Voidfarer spoke, and Vox translated. I am Observer Kilon. This reactivation was unexpected. Explain. Sam stepped forward. We found this vessel at the bottom of our ocean. We woke it up by accident while exploring the deep sea. Since then, we've been learning from it and teaching it about our ways. Kilon's large eyes blinked slowly. Primitive species do not typically interact successfully with our technology. We're not as primitive as you might think, Lisa said. We've created something we'd like to show you. The team led the Voidfarers to the bay where the Horizon Pathfinder waited. The hybrid vessel gleamed under the lights, its design clearly a mix of human and Voidfarer technology. Kilon and the other aliens examined it carefully. They touched its hull and studied its systems with devices on their wrists. Finally, Kilon spoke again. This vessel contains modifications to our standard designs. Explain. Sam described how they had combined the Voidfarers' advanced technology with human approaches to deep-sea exploration. He explained how the Pioneers' pressure systems had been adapted to work with alien materials. The deep ocean on our world is one of the most extreme environments we know, Sam said. We had to find creative ways to explore it. Those same principles helped us improve your designs. The aliens spoke among themselves in their own language. Then Kilon turned back to the humans. Our records indicate your species was non-technological when this vessel was abandoned. Your development is unexpected. Humans are good at the unexpected, Lisa said with a smile. Kilon studied them. According to our protocols, any species that contributes new technological principles may be granted contact status. Your hybrid vessel qualifies. Sam felt his heart race. What does contact status mean? Your world will be registered in the Galactic database. Limited technological exchange will be permitted. Communication channels will be established. Captain Miller stepped forward. So we passed the test. There was no test, Kilon replied. But you have earned recognition. The principles used in your deep-sea exploration vehicles offer new approaches our people had not considered. This is valuable. One of the other Voidfarers spoke at length. Vox translated. The efficiency of your pressure distribution system exceeds our standard designs by 17%. This should not be possible with your level of technology. We had to be creative with limited resources, Sam explained. Sometimes having less forces you to think differently. Killan made a gesture with all four arms that Vox didn't translate. Then the alien spoke again. I will recommend full contact status for Earth. Your Horizon Pathfinder will be registered as your species' first galactic vehicle. When the Voidfarers left hours later, they took detailed information about human engineering with them. In return, they provided access to a galactic communication network and promised to send representatives for further exchange. As Sam watched the alien ship depart on one of Vox's screens, he turned to Lisa with a smile. Not bad for a deep-sea explorer, he said. Lisa nodded. Who would have thought that learning to survive at the bottom of the ocean would be our ticket to the stars? Captain Miller joined them, looking thoughtful. It's funny. They have all this amazing technology, but they still needed our human creativity. Maybe that's what we bring to the galaxy, Sam said. New ways of thinking. New approaches to old problems. On the screen, a message from Vox appeared. Humanity's Tionteribution Registere. Deep Sea Exploration Principles, now part of Galactic Knowledge Base. Lisa smiled. The Mariana Pioneer really did change everything.